everyone, and I hope you all had a great and fantastic weekend. As promised, I am sitting here on my Sunday evening with my beautiful Doris all threaded up and ready to demonstrate the bobbin versus bobbin. So down here you can see that I've got 3 stitches on a piece of black fabric, and then I've got both the aftermarket and the original bobbin case laying on top of it. So during this demonstration, and before I give you the answer, I just want you to kind of think to yourself, yes or no, which bobbin case provided those 3 stitches? So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and make your guess. So the original bobbin case has been set with the bobbin tension gauge, which is that little contraption over there, and is set for this particular thread here. With every machine that comes from Featherweight 38, I do provide a little spool of thread that we do the test stitches on, and then I package it with the machine so that way when you get it, you can open it up and hopefully test stitch for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and set this little guy over here because we know that that works, and we just kind of want to keep it separated so I can place it back in the machine when we're done. So this right here is the aftermarket bobbin. I went ahead and wound the bobbin using this particular Gutermann thread, which is on all white, and then once again I adjusted it with the bobbin meter there, so that way the tension was set. On this piece of fabric though, I'm not really worried about messing with the upper tension. I'm not really worried about tension. I just want to see if this bobbin's even going to work. So I went ahead and threaded the machine, and I'm going to go ahead and sit this down here so you guys can all see. We thread the bobbin case into the machine, and we're going to pull up the thread. Because you know, if we can pull up the thread, that's probably a good sign. So just go ahead and do our hand wheel towards us. And looky there, we have pulled up the bobbin thread successfully. So now I'm going to go ahead and scoot this camera up just a little bit further so that way you guys get a better view. I'm going to go ahead and stick the presser foot down. And the great thing is that this bobbin case works. This gives people an extra option because let's face it, the original bobbin cases out there are pretty pricey and they're expensive. And when you're already spending money on a machine and then you've got to worry about the bobbin case and worry about whether or not an aftermarket part works, it can be kind of frustrating. So the good news is that if the bobbin case works and you can get an aftermarket one for half the price, that's great. I don't think the aftermarket parts are a bad thing. In fact, I think it's a really good thing. You won't find the aftermarket parts here at Featherweight 38, however, and that's only because my main goal is to really get these Singer featherweights back to original as possible. So that's one thing that I'm not going to probably compromise on there. However, if it comes with the machine and someone's interested in the machine and they don't mind having the aftermarket bobbin case, that's a different story. So let's go ahead and stitch away. So the top is looking fantastic. And there is the bottom. Now go ahead and hold the camera a little closer. So there's the bobbin side, or the bottom of the fabric, and there is the top side. So to answer your question, or your guess, the first 3 stitches that I did before the video was actually in fact from the aftermarket bobbin case that we ran. So I think it's safe to say that in this particular machine, in this particular instance, an aftermarket bobbin case is actually not a bad thing, and in fact it's going to give someone some extra options. So maybe we shouldn't be as afraid of them as what everyone's kind of making it out to be. Now that's not to say that you won't have those instances where they won't work. And you know, in terms of which is best, I think that if you can get the original bobbin case, you should go for it. But if you're in a bind or it's just not available, now you at least know that these aftermarket bobbin cases are an option. And you know, there's a lot of people that have had some really good luck with these. So there it is, folks. In this particular instance, the aftermarket bobbin case has worked, and I just might keep this little guy around and do another video and inserting this aftermarket bobbin case into another machine that greets me And maybe we can just keep a running tab on how many machines does the aftermarket bobbin case actually work in. So thank you again for joining. I hope that this video has helped people. And again, as always, you may like, comment, and share. And if you have any questions or have some ideas for some videos that you would like to see, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all, and I hope you have a wonderful week.